Hi, everybody. Welcome to the slumber party. Look who we have. Our favorite person, Helen, is here.
Oh well, that's
And
nice to be hi. Thanks, Sherry. Thank you.
the check's in the mail, right?
Yeah. You're so easy to
Oh my God.
blackmail.
I probably am. I don't know. I don't have many secrets. I pretty much tell
I know.
everybody my
I can't
business anyway.
imagine.
So,
You
like,
know.
if somebody could ever come up to me and say, "Well, we'll tell them about this," I'd be like, "I did that 10 years
I
ago."
already told everybody. I've told them on YouTube.
I told everybody, yeah, everybody on YouTube knows, so you know it's out there.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God. Oh goodness. Oh, we already got 31 people in here. Damn.
Wow. It's past your bedtime.
I'm telling you. This has been an interesting weekend so far. Um I had somebody gifted me a membership with Sun Scorpio, Scott's Sun Scorpio tarot, and he had his first Zoom members meeting tonight, which was a lot of fun. And I did it on the phone because I was cooking dinner while the membership meeting was going on. And I said, "Well, I guess y'all are all getting a first hand look at me cooking for the night." And everybody's like, "What are you making? What are you making?"
I was going to say the only important question is what was for dinner.
It was Cajun chicken and potatoes. I cube up the chicken and I cube up potatoes, and I throw them in a skillet with some olive oil, some onion onion powder, salt and pepper, and Tony Sastri's seasoning, and then I brown everything real good, get a good brown on it, and then I just put the lid on it and let it cook until the potatoes are done, and it's kind of like a mini casserole. It's
Yeah.
fast and easy, and everybody likes it. So I just less work for me. So um,
Well, wait a minute now. You said that you had to cube the chicken and cube the potatoes. Did somebody do that for you?
no, I do that myself. That's
Okay,
not.
that's too much cooking for me.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
have
mean, I know
anybody that part.
this is not a popular opinion because most people really love to cook. The only thing I like about cooking is the eating. I hate cooking. Standing there chopping things up and browning them, I burn everything because I'm in a hurry to get the pain over with. Yeah, it's hard.
I am see. Well, let's say hello to everybody here. Can you see chat? Can you see the chat?
Hold on. Let me see.
If
I
not, I'll.
can't watch it when we're talking because I can't I can't, also cannot walk and chew gum. So, okay,
Oh
wait a
goodness.
minute. It's too
Uh,
far for my reading glasses and too close for my far away glasses.
that's why I have computer glasses. They're designed just for the computer. Um, let's see. We have Luna Storm, Elaine, Maureen, Amy Warrior Princess. We've got I saw more names in there. We got Sherry. I'm there too. Um,
Oh, who's a cook? I'm a former Navy
and
cook. Oh my God, and you survived.
just surviving the Navy alone is something.
Oh, well, yeah. The first time they
Lisa,
woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that would be it. I'd be in jail.
yeah, exactly. Let's see. We got Sue here and Sherry, another Sherry, and Marby. Hey, Marby. I got to meet her when I went through Dallas. I got to meet Marby,
Oh,
and
that's so
she's shorter than I
nice.
am. I didn't think that was possible. I was like, "Damn, you're shorter than me."
Well, how tall are you, Sherry?
5 feet.
Oh, yeah, you are
I'm
short.
5 feet tall. I'm real big.
No shade, you are
Short
short.
and round. So
Literally, literally no shade. You're so close to the ground. Uh-oh, here we
I
go.
mean, they can just roll me down the hall. I'll look like the blueberry from Willy Wonka factory. Um, let's see. We got Elaine. I think I said Elaine Marine. We got Kathy. We got Chris Cassidy, Chris Queen, um,
Oh,
Joan
before,
Baker,
wait,
Linda Kennedy.
am I too loud? Is my
Is she?
microphone too loud? Can someone let me know? I don't want to blow
You're
everybody's
good.
earballs out.
Y'all let me know if we're too loud or too soft. Um, let's see, free shipping bales is here. And oh,
Carolyn, you're supposed to be resting. I can't help it.
and let's see, we got Mary
Yes, is that yes
Sunshine.
too loud?
And I've
Oh,
got a
Sherry.
fellow says,
Okay, okay, I'm turning it down. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
okay.
And it's only with you, Sherry, that I have this problem, as far as I know.
Yeah, because
If
my
I,
mic, normally I have to turn my mic out all the way down, or everybody's telling me I'm blowing them out.
yeah,
And I've
see,
got
you're
mine
too
set on
low and
3.
I'm too loud. And
Yeah, I'm gonna turn
when
mine
I'm
up a little bit.
turn it down to not rupture everybody's eardrums, I can hardly hear you. It's
That's
very
weird.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
weird.
Let's see. And I see somebody here in the chat, Darla Krebs. Are you related to the Krebs in Mississippi? Because if so, we may very well be related because my late husband's mother's maiden name was Krebs. She was a Krebs. That was his middle name was Krebs. Um, so let me know if we're related. We
What a
might be cousins.
crack up that would be if you were related, isn't it? It would be
Oh
just
my
a
God, that
crack
would
up.
be hilarious. And let's see. Oh, Arwen is here. Hi, Arwen. And Ramon is here. And let's see, Light Seeker and Marie Sutton and Carolyn. Why is Carolyn supposed to be resting? Carolyn, go rest, Helen said. I don't know why, but
Okay,
let's see,
so
JW.
is that Ramon? That Ramon?
That's Cutie Ramon. Yes,
Hi, Ramon.
and I did. Helen's the one that thinks you're adorable. I
It's
did
okay. I'm
his.
old enough to be his grandmother.
Me too. So that's all right. We can flirt. Um, his partner won't mind. We're the wrong sex, so it doesn't matter. Uh, we can flirt all we want.
Oh,
Um,
I have to talk to my husband first.
Hi, Bora Bora. Yeah, I did.
Just kidding.
Ramon does a show that's called In Orbit, and
Oh,
so I did that with him this week.
that which
And
seems really appropriate, Sherry.
yeah, because I'm usually in outer space, so
That's
you know,
right.
I can be a real space cadet at times. But and it was just general talking divination stuff. We did readings and whatnot. And then at the end of the show, he does this thing where he asks a series of questions, and then he will give you a choice of 2 tarot cards. Which one is the answer for the question? And it's usually like a personal question, like, if you're on a desert island and you had a choice to do this or do that, would it be the 3 of Swords or would it be the Ace of Clubs? Or something like that. Just I'm just off the top of my head. Um,
Well, if I
it
were
was
stranded on a desert
hilarious.
island, it would be the of swords because I'd have to run my heart right through with a sword. I would not want to be
Not so
stranded
bad.
alone
Yeah,
on a desert island. Ugh.
that's it. Well, I don't
I
know if
don't
I
like to
like it
camp.
alone or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but it's that kind of thing, just ask you, kind of what if questions or
That
what
sounds
would you
like
do
fun though,
questions.
you know?
It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. He had me laughing so hard I nearly wet my britches. And I was cracking up the whole time. And a lot of them, it was like, well, actually, neither card would fit. I'd be more like this one over here or something.
Your voice is
It
too
was a lot of
quiet,
fun.
Sherry. It's saying your voice is too quiet.
All right, I'm turning it up. Let me go in and adjust my mic. Let's
Okay, I
see.
have to turn this off because I cannot pay attention to two things at the same time. There we go. Oh, where did Sherry go? I guess am I here all by myself? Oh,
No, my computer's
oh thank God! I thought you left me.
no, my computer's just like acting weird.
Oh,
It decided it decided it was gonna play a switcheroo on me. Is that better? Can y'all hear me better now?
I can hear you better.
Okay. Um,
Now they have to let me know if
uh,
I'm too loud.
okay, we got Kay Reynolds, Kimberly Penus, Canus, is that how you say that? Just locked up the liquor and ran home to join.
I saw that
You
too.
should have
I
brought the
didn't know.
liquor with you. What's wrong with you, girl? Just what I need. Ramon
Is
says,
she
"Hi, Helen."
bartender?
I don't know, but she locked up the liquor to get home to watch us. So Ramon sent you a message. I put
Oh,
it
he
on the
did?
screen. Yeah,
Wait a minute. Where is it?
I put it on the screen. Look at your screen.
Hi, Helen. That one?
Yeah,
Oh, is
put
that
it.
Ramon?
Yeah, that's Ramon.
Oh, hi. Hola. Nice to meet you.
Uh,
I hope you
uh,
realize I'm being
he's
silly,
probably
right?
turning 50 shades of
Yeah.
purple right now. He embarrasses so easily. Hi, Scorpio Mama. Hi, Amanda. And he's so much fun to be around.
Where
And
is Ramon from?
I Ramon, didn't you say it was Puerto Rico? I think he's from Puerto Rico.
The reason I'm asking, it's not that
Yeah.
it is all that important, but one of my daughters is in Latin America right now. And she's
Ah,
country hopping. She and her boyfriend are traveling around. They're working remotely, so they're not self-employed, but they're gainfully employed. But she learned Spanish in school and lived in Spain for 5 months for school. And this is a long time ago because she's older now. And she just decided she really wanted to improve her Spanish and she wanted to travel. And, I was dying a thousand deaths because it seemed like every time they were leaving one country and going to another, revolution broke out where they were going. It was unbelievable. It was like
oh my
political
God.
unrest followed them, kind of went ahead of them everywhere they went. But they're almost done now. They've been everywhere. They were in Ecuador and Peru and Bolivia and
Wow.
Argentina. And I mean, they've been everywhere. And so, what does she send me pictures of, Sherry? So I've been really looking forward to this, to see pictures of, what these cities look like and what the people, what clothes they wear, what do their cars look like, that kind of thing.
I think no, she came and took one of the kittens out of the basket and took it back under the bush. I think she's feeding them one at a time, and I guess she's bringing them back and taking the next one out because I don't know.
Did
We
you
have a
have
stray cat.
kittens?
We have a stray cat that hangs out in the area, and she crawled into the big bush right next to our patio, and gave birth to a litter 2 nights ago.
How
And so
many?
we have five. We have five kittens that are
Oh,
2 days old. Wait, and I meant to do this before I got started. Let me see if I can pull these up. I took pictures.
there is nothing cuter than kittens.
Oh my God, they are so adorable.
Sounds like she's a
Um,
good mom.
it seems to be. I mean, we tried to go out and feed her a couple of times. She gets up and runs anytime we try to dig in the bush to look. And so we
Yeah, but
put
you're
some
putting
water
food
and
and
we put
water.
some food,
Yeah.
and then it looked like it was going to storm really bad earlier. So we went and found a box and put an old blanket in it and went and dug in the bushes and got all the kittens. She ran off. We put all the kittens in the box with the blanket
Oh,
and
poor
put them
thing's all
in the
stressed
patio
out, right?
so they would be better protected from the rain.
Yeah.
And and then I went out at one point to go check, and there were only four kittens there, and I was like, "Well, where did the
Uh-oh.
fifth kitten go?" And so I could hear a little mew mew, and so I went and
Oh,
looked, and she had gotten one and brought it back under the bushes with her, and it
she
looked like
feels
it was
safe
feeding.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, she feels safer in there. And so we put some more fresh water, and I put a bowl of food out next to the box on the patio. And when I went and checked a while ago, she had eaten all the food and most of the water, but one of the kittens was missing again that she had in the bushes with her. So I think she's coming and getting them one at a time and then taking them back in the bushes to feed them.
Is it
Because
still
I mean,
raining?
no, it never did rain. It
Oh.
got really black, like it was gonna really pour down rain, and it just never.
Do you have
Never
do you
did.
have like a
Um,
one of those plastic carrier things you could stick in the bushes for her to make a bed out of?
we did have at one time, and I don't know where it's at now.
I have a
Um,
stray cat that lives on my front porch, and she's feral. She's very feral. But after 3 years, she lets me feed her, and she'll sleep in the bed I made for her, and occasionally let me pet her
there
head.
you
But if I
go.
get too friendly, she's gone again.
Yeah, yeah. Let me
Oh, that's
see.
so exciting! You're a new grandmother.
I am. Yes, we got little babies out there.
What color are
There's
they? Are
two
they
named
a solid color, or are they?
two of them. One of them is solid black. One of them is a tuxedo, black and white. Another one is kind of a gray tabby look, and another one is almost all white, and the other one is kind of a calico, white and beige.
I love calico cats. Are you going to
And
keep
that's
one?
what the mother is. The mother is a
A
calico. No, we
calico.
can't.
You
We
can't.
have we have pet limits here, so
Oh,
we've already went over our maximum
oh.
amount. Um, but the night that she gave birth was the night that my cat pitched a fit to get out the door. And when one of us went to go in or out, she shot out the door, and she stayed out the whole night.
Think she was her doula or
Yeah,
midwife?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
or at least protecting her from any of the other cats because there's several other
Yeah,
cats.
yeah.
Because they all hang out right outside my bedroom window because I opened the window about a foot. So my cat can sit in the windowsill and, not have to fight the blinds or anything. And I started opening the window up because I've got a screen on it. And they'll come lay outside underneath the window because the window's almost to the ground. They're real low. And they'll sit and talk to each other all night long, sit and meow back and forth to one another. So, and she was part of the group that hangs out outside. And so I guess ours was kind of riding shotgun the other night when she went into labor because she stayed out all night. And then the next day is when the boys discovered we had kittens out there. Like, oh, wow.
What are you going to do with the
So
kittens? Or because if you don't get them used to
I'm gonna have
people,
to call. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
yeah,
call animal shelter
yeah.
Monday and just let them know. Look, this stray had kittens. We put them in a box to kind of keep them safe, but y'all need to come get them. I can't keep them. If I could keep them, I would. I mean, I would love it, but
Well,
yeah,
don't tell JD Vance.
yeah, I'm telling you.
Except you're not
I would.
childless, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not childish, but I am a crazy cat lady. So But I also have dogs. It was so funny. The Dorky, our little dog, of course, he goes out there and sniffs all around him. He's like, okay, whatever, no big
Boring.
deal.
Yeah.
And so my brother took his dog out. Now his dog is a big lab mutt mix, big dog. They whoa, 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 big loud bass, sounds ferocious, biggest damn chicken you'd ever meet. And so my brother took him out there to go meet the kittens, and he got him up over to the box, and he stuck his head in the box, and one of them mewed and kind of rolled. That dog backed up and tail between his legs, ran all the way back to the back bedroom, scared the crap out of him.
That's so funny.
We were laughing our butts off. My brother and I were laughing so hard.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Well, I have a couple of
you're
small
taking breaks,
dogs.
aren't you? Yeah.
One of my dogs is afraid of. Okay, there's a laundry list of things she's afraid of. She's not very big. You've seen her. She's afraid of garbage cans. She's afraid of doll strollers, baby strollers. She's afraid of the vacuum cleaner, the broom, and landscaping rocks. People will put a big white boulder at the end of their driveway. She's terrified of them, absolutely terrified. It's the
Oh my
funniest
goodness.
thing. And you should see her completely lose her composure at Halloween. When people put those
I'm
blow
gonna
up ghosts, and the plastic things in their yards. Oh my God. Going for a walk becomes just this ordeal with her. Animals are funny.
I'm gonna get the pictures
You
up.
do have
I
pictures.
had
I
to,
was hoping. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had pictures and a little like
Okay.
15-second
Can I make
video.
an announcement while you search for your pictures?
You can. I just
Okay.
emailed them to myself so I can put them up.
Okay, so I want to make an announcement that I know Sherry knows about because Deborah told Sherry, and I have really not made a big deal about it yet because we were tentatively trying to get the arrangements made. So here's what's happening. Fingers crossed. September 1st till September 2nd, from 4 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon until 4 p.m. Eastern the next day, we're doing an extravaganza. We're doing a fundraising. I called it a psychathon for Vice President Harris, to fundraiser to make money for her. And I'm not entirely sure the mechanics of the whole thing, but Deborah is working right now with the Harris campaign to set up a fund, a place where you'll donate money, and then you get in line and you get a tarot reading or a horoscope, a couple of minutes of a horoscope. And we're going to have 2 psychics or astrologers or whatever on screen for 24 hours. And we're getting all the readers and everybody on YouTube to volunteer their time, to do this so we can fundraise and make some money. Everyone wants to do something, and we all feel kind of not knowing what to do besides voting and writing letters. What do you do? And I don't have any money.
I'm working on trying to maybe get a musical.
Yes. Maybe. Yeah.
I haven't talked to them about it yet. I was thinking, my nephew sings
right
beautifully, and my son plays music.
You got to soften them up and see if you can, and you can record it ahead.
Do a song, and see if they'll do a song together. And because they've talked about doing that before anyway.
Yeah.
See if I can get them to do a song together and either record them or have them do it live, whatever they want to do. I don't know. But I have.
We're going to try to get people to donate readings if they can't be there for the day. Donate readings, and we're really hoping that we will impress all these really, kind of traditional, uptight Washington D.C. type people, and the crazy cat lady psychics are going to come through. It'll be great. It'll be so fun.
We're going to have fun. Believe you me.
You are a good candidate to sit up in the middle of the night. I'm going to.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because, there are people who volunteer to participate who are on weird hours. The time zones are so weird. That's hard to coordinate.
Yeah, it's hard to get the coordination down.
Yeah. Deborah's got some kind of computer thing where she's just going to make a chart with a calendar, and then people can see a copy of it online and just fill in when they'll be available. And I don't know how they're going to organize, let's pretend I donated $5. So how do I know what time I'm going to get a reading and from whom? I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah,
I'm just going to be obedient. She's going to tell me when to show up, and I'm going to show up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shocked me when I saw an email and I saw it was from her, and I was like, how the hell does she know who I
am? Because I told her.
And then I saw your name at the bottom of the email, and I said, oh, that's how she found out.
Revealing all kinds of personal information.
I'm quite sure.
Well, you saw it.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
I hope people I'd be curious if people who are watching right now in the chat, is this something people would be interested in? Are we kind of getting out, getting too big for our britches here? Or is it something people would be interested in, do you think?
I don't see why they wouldn't be. I think it's going to be fun.
I know you said yes. Deborah said yes. I said yes. Denise said yes. Nate said yes. Kelly Healer said yes, but she doesn't want to be on the screen.
She did a healing on me last weekend. It was 3 hours long, the whole procedure.
And how you doing? It was for your back. How you doing?
I mean, it did take the pain away completely, and I didn't really expect it to, but she was hitting spots in my spine that were hurting that day that nobody knew that it was hurting in that area that day
She's the
because
real deal. No,
real.
she's the real
Oh
deal.
yeah, she was plucking stuff out. I was like, damn, okay, yeah, you got that. She picked up on an old injury that I got on my left shoulder blade. I got, oh my God, like in the late 90s, I got hit by a drunk driver. I was riding a bike on the side of the road, and a drunk driver, one of those big pickup trucks with the big mirrors that stick off the side, and he was drunk and swerving across the road and
Oh
stuff. And
God.
the mirror got me right in the middle of my left shoulder blade.
Oh my God,
And
Sherry.
he kept going. He never even knew he hit me.
He probably, yeah, I was gonna say he probably had no
He never
idea.
knew it.
Yeah,
He had no
yeah.
idea. The guy that was behind him followed him, saw what happened, and followed him to the next bar down the road where he fell out the
Jeez.
truck and
Great.
stumbled in the door. So he wrote down the tag number and everything, and then came back and got me
Well, that was
and
really
said,
nice of him.
"Here's my business card. Here's his tag number. If they need me to testify, tell them to call." And I was like, "Okay," So I got home, and as soon as I told my husband, he was like loading me up with a pickup truck. We're going to the hospital, and
Did it break your shoulder blade
it didn't
or
break anything,
no?
but it did do like deep tissue bruising
Yeah.
around the shoulder blade. I had to go in for the infrared treatment that they. It's like a red laser light thing that they.
Oh, listen, they do magic these days. I don't
Yeah,
even know,
it
you know.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was and they did that for like I think 3 or 4 weeks. I went twice a week for treatments in it, and it helped. But every now and again, it twinges,
Twinges, yeah.
especially if the weather gets bad. It'll just like I'll start getting spasms in that shoulder blade, and not anything that I really ever talk about. I don't really think about it.
My
Stella
grandmother
picked it up.
my grandmother used to predict the rain because her bunions would hurt. You know what bunions are?
Yes, I do because I have one.
Well, okay, so let me ask you something. Did you get yours from wearing little tight shoes, that were fancy but didn't fit right?
And
See?
what made it worse
So,
was
yeah.
that she picked up on the surgery that I had in my right foot when I lived in Phoenix because my toe bone and my foot bone were both too long. Right where the foot bone and the bone meet, like where your foot would flex naturally
Yeah.
when you would wear like high heel shoes and your foot's
Yeah.
gonna flex.
Well, I
Well,
wouldn't
it
wear
got
high
to
heel
where
shoes.
it got to where I couldn't wear anything with a heel anymore.
Oh,
And then
no.
it got to where even flats were painful. Well, when I went to a podiatrist and they did x-rays, they discovered that the toe bone and the foot bone were too long. And so every time my foot flexed, they rubbed against each other,
Oh, it just hurts
which
to think
caused a
about it.
bone spur to grow
Yeah.
like a hook that came up and over and went down between them.
Oh,
And that's why
God.
it started hurting all the time. So I had to go in and get surgery on my foot where they went in and they shortened the bones. They removed the spur, shortened the two bones, and then put screws in to hold it in place. I have a long scar that goes up the top of my foot on my right foot.
Really?
Again, something that I never talk about. I just don't think about it. And every now and again it'll twinge and bother me, but not really bad.
Well, why?
Helen
Why?
picked up on it. She immediately was like, "What's wrong with your right foot? Why does the top of your right foot hurt?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you actually picked that up."
Well,
And
Shelly, let me ask you something about that. This is where your toe connects with your foot, right?
uh-huh,
Why
yeah,
did you have a
this is your
scar up
toe, and
your
this
up
is
your leg?
no across the top of my foot.
Oh, I
No,
misunderstood.
no, no,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
across the top of my foot. I've got like about an inch and a half long scar.
Yeah, I would
It
expect
goes
that.
across it
Yeah.
where they had to go in and cut it, and it
Have
was
you
so
ever
painful.
seen orthopedic surgery? It's like they're working on your car. They're hammering and they're sawing and
Yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah.
God.
And my podiatrist was a young guy and a lot of fun. I mean, I would have so much fun with him when I'd go see him in the office. He was crazy. And when I went in for the surgery that morning, and he comes out and he comes in with this giant mug of coffee. And I'm like, no, you can't come in here with that unless you're bringing it to me to drink because you told me no coffee before the surgery.
Yeah,
He
well,
said,
what's he doing drinking coffee? His hands will
he said,
shake.
he said, but that's for you. He said, this is for me, and I need it. And I was like, I don't care. I said, you either leave or give me the cup, because if you stand here, I'm gonna jump you and take it away from you.
Did they knock you out
And
completely?
yeah, they put me out
Uh,
completely. Although I fussed, I wanted them to let me stay awake. I was like, don't y'all have mirrors on the top and let me
oh,
stay
you don't
awake
want to
and
hear
watch?
that, Sherry. You
And
don't
he
want to
was
hear
like,
it.
you don't want to watch that. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm
Mm-mm.
really interested. He's like, no, you don't want to watch
No.
this.
You know, it's
You
different
don't
if you're
want.
looking at
And I've
somebody
watched
else.
hip surgeries since then on some of the shows that they have on TLC. And I've watched something where they show you them actually going in and doing the surgery. I'm sitting there watching it thinking, yeah, he was right. I wouldn't have done
Yeah,
well if
you
I
don't
could have
want to
watched
see
that
it.
video.
No,
And
no.
but yeah, that was a trip. Uh, let me see.
How could he drink that much coffee
Mm,
right before surgery? You want fine motor control. You don't want to be trembling, you know.
yeah, who knows?
I don't want to know.
Okay,
That's so
are
scary.
you ready for this? Here
Hmm.
we go.
For what?
That's one picture.
Oh, too much cuteness. Look at them.
Yep, that's one picture, and then let me see if I can get to the.
Oh, they're
No,
so
that's the
sweet.
Dorothy. That's the other picture. So there's that one,
Oh,
and then there's this one that I took, and I did a little like 15-second video,
yeah.
but for whatever reason, it won't transfer over. I'll have to
Oh, well,
go
I'm
in and
just
load it.
impressed here with your technological skills, you know.
So, but that's the kittens. So
Oh,
this
they're
one's like
so
solid black.
sweet.
And then this one up here is there's actually two tuxedos.
Yeah.
This one is kind of the gray calico, and this is the gray tabby.
Yeah.
And they're just as cute as buttons. Oh
Oh,
my God,
well,
they're
when you pass them on to somebody to try to find them homes, you make sure that little black one gets a home because I understand that they have a really hard time placing black cats in families because people are so superstitious.
yeah.
My
I
daughter
was
adopted
like,
two black kittens.
if I could keep them, I would, especially the black
Yeah,
ones. You know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I mean, they're so pretty. And they're 2 days old now.
Oh,
Um,
they're just so
and
cute.
so they're, and the little meow, meow,
Meow,
meow
meow. I
sound. Yeah.
know. Oh my
And
God, we're a
of
case.
course, their eyes aren't open yet. It'll be probably a
Um,
couple more weeks before their eyes open up. And they sleep, as you can see, they literally crawl on top of each other and
Warmth.
sleep laying crisscross on top of each other for the warmth. And then the ones on top, I guess, get cold and they'll crawl off and start burrowing underneath
That's so
so that they
cute.
shift the whole level up. It's like they're playing Jingo in there. It's,
That's so cute.
but yeah, so I had to take pictures of that. I was like, oh my God, these are just too cute.
Does
But
anybody have a question for us, Sherry?
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Oh, shh.
I got busy doing that and I didn't even look.
You're so bad.
Oh, I know I'm terrible. Yeah, I don't think we have any kill shelters anymore in Louisiana. I think they've managed to close all of those. And but I mean, I don't know what else to do with them, and I can't keep them, and I can't give away kittens that are 2 days old to people. They need to be
Oh
with their
no, they would never survive. They have to be with their mom.
yeah,
It's not fair to the mother. You
no, and
know,
or
that's
the cats
yeah.
or the kittens. I mean, they need to stay
No.
with them for at least a good 6 to 8 weeks
Yes.
before
Yes.
you try to move them out on their own. Um,
But
Free
they're
shipping
it's kind of
fees, they
dangerous with them
do them.
wandering around in the bushes like that too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know if you can do Zoom 24 hours straight. Three Shifting Veils said we should do it on Zoom. Um,
I don't know. You know what? I can hardly record my own channel videos. I you do not want to make me responsible for any of that. I have no idea how. See what
I
we're doing
don't.
right now? I could barely do this.
Well, Amy said she would do her best to participate at night, so that's another reader.
Ah,
We
excellent.
need
Get in
Lori to
touch with
participate. So,
Deborah Lupian. Um, She has a channel, the voice of the Akashic.
Caroline, we're talking about all kinds of stuff, darling. Just we're flitting from topic to topic to topic. Let's see. I'm just backing up here to see if there's any questions. If y'all would like a oracle card pull or a naughty card pull, um, we're doing the listen biatch cards tonight.
Oh, I
So
have the United States of
oh
Tarot.
yeah, she's got the United States of Tarot, and I also have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck out too. If you're interested in doing an oracle card, um, let's see. Oh my God.
What?
Spirits beyond the stars. My daughter and her friends were walking down the side of the road by the curb. No
Hit her
cars.
on the head on purpose?
Swerved and hit my daughter in the
Hi,
head. Oh
Spirit.
my God. I hope to hell she sued them. Or at
I'll
least
tell you, there are some crazy people out there. I was on my walk the other morning. I live in an old residential neighborhood. These houses, like my house is well over 100 years old. There's houses from the teens, the 20s, the 30s. Nothing looks the same. It's not a development, It's not a fancy neighborhood by any means, but there's a big ravine 2 blocks away, and there are deer that live there. And I'm coming this way, crossing this main street. There's 1 block goes down to the ravine, but at the other end of it, there's the ravine on this end, and on this end, there's a really busy street. No stop signs. It's just a thoroughfare connecting 2 main parts of town. And people really speed, just a regular 2-lane residential street, and they act like it's the speedway, So this is 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? Coming this way, and I see a mother deer with twin babies and another mother deer. And I thought, I'm going to cross and stop in the lane, the far lane, so that people will see me and slow down, because it takes a while for the deer to cross the street. They're nervous and they go very slowly because they're checking constantly. And the babies they have no, I think they have one brain cell when they're born. And so they do stupid things. They're unpredictable. So I thought, I'll just stand here. People will see me. They'll slow down. There'll be no horrible tragedies, because I've seen some horrible tragedies, right? So this big, gigantic red MAGA, I think, truck came around the corner at the top of the street and came speeding down the street. And he saw me standing in the middle of the street, and he sped up. So I jumped the curb, and then at that point, the mother deer and the 2 babies decided to cross, and I actually covered my eyes. I thought, oh my God, he sped up. He tried to hit them. The woman behind him, there was only one other car she happened to see. She stopped and she said to me, "Did you see that guy?" I told her, oh my God, that was just unbelievable. And her response to me was, well, he's going to have to reincarnate. And I said, yeah, karma is a B.
Have you ever,
and we were just
have you ever watched or heard of Tanya Stingley? She does Tea Time.
Yes, I love Tanya. I had her on. Yes.
Back at the beginning of the year, some guy, she was riding her bike with her dog late at night when it's cooler, because she lives in Vegas, and some guy in a car tried to run her down in the parking lot, and he got out and beat
her up. He beat her up.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it.
The next morning, she took a picture in the hospital saying what happened and posted it. I think I was the first person to see the video. I nearly flipped out.
I couldn't believe it.
Oh my God. I was sharing it to everybody.
Her eyes were swollen shut, and she was all swollen. Oh my God. What is wrong with people, Sherry?
And her poor dog, I mean, and like she told me, she said, I was just trying to keep him from hurting my dog. It was like, I didn't care if he beat me up. I just didn't want him to hurt my dog. She's got one of those little white fluffy things.
Yeah, he's so cute. Yeah.
He's so cute. And but and all just because she's black, riding her bike.
Is that why?
Yeah, that's the names he was calling her would play.
Oh, I didn't know he was calling her name. She didn't tell me that part. You know, my sister
Yeah.
was riding her bike once. This is in Santa Barbara, California. She was riding her bike home from work, and some guy leaned out of the car, like not the driver, passenger, leaned out as they went by, and she had beautiful curly hair, grabbed her by the hair and pulled her off the bicycle at like 45 miles an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Guys don't know. Women put up with a certain level of just potential violence all the time. You just never know.
Yeah,
It,
exactly. It's crazy. And just because they think they can and get away with it, unfortunately, most of them do get away with it.
oh yeah, well you got away with it.
Maureen said she broke her big right toe in 3 different places. Oh my God.
God, how did you do that? You must have dropped something on it, right? Did you drop a boulder on it?
Something, I don't know, but wow, that would hurt. 3 shifting veils said the heels on her shoes. I thought you meant the heel of your foot got smaller. I was like, I never heard of that.
3-inch heels? Are you kidding me? That's like
Oh,
stilts.
I used to wear 5 and 6 inch heel shoes all the time when
Oh
I was
my
a teenager
god.
and in my
Oh my
20s.
god.
I was so self conscious of being short, and just I wore, of course. There was also late 70s when platforms were
No
real
wonder
popular.
your back is hurting.
No, my back is hurting because 2 sisters got in a fight and I didn't get out of the way fast enough. That's why my
Oh,
back hurt.
ooh. Ooh.
2 big Amazon women got in a fight, a clothes ripping, hair pulling, blood flying fight in my office over one of them's husband. And I jumped up to run out the door to get help and took like 2 steps and ran into me, knocked me down, fell on top of me, still fighting, according to what I was told. Because when I went down, I was knocked out cold.
Are you kidding?
I'm serious. When I came to, they were pulling me out from under my desk where, because they kept fighting, they shoved me like up
Yeah, yeah.
under the desk with my task chair under me. So I was laying on top of the task chair
What is that?
on one of those little round stool type chairs with no backs or anything,
Oh,
little metal
okay.
chair.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so I was laying on top of that with them on top of me still
Oh
fighting.
my God,
According to
Sherry.
what I was told, it took like 3 grown men to pull them off. And they weren't punching me, they were punching each other. But I was just,
You
I
were
was,
squished. Yeah,
I
squished
was
on top of
squished.
something hard and weird. Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
when I went down, my back hit the edge of the desk.
Ew.
And the doctor told me, had I been a fraction of an inch taller or shorter, or had the desk been a fraction of an inch shorter or taller, it would have hit between the vertebrae and snapped my spine in two.
Oh,
Instead, it hit right on
God.
one of the bones. And that's what prevented my back from completely breaking in two. But it was, I mean, when I came to, they were putting me on a backboard and
Yeah,
had me in a
yeah,
neck brace.
yeah.
EMTs were over my face, and I was like, what is going on? And they were like, just don't move, don't
Don't
move.
move. Yeah.
And, um, and the phone on my desk was ringing. One of the EMTs grabbed it and he said, "No, we're loading her on a backboard and a gurney right now and taking her to the hospital. We'll meet you there." Oh, this is the hospital we're going to, and he hung up. And he said, "That was your husband on the phone." I thought, "Oh my God,
Oh my
that poor man
God.
probably had a cow." We lived twice as far from the hospital as where I worked from. He beat us there, and he had to go get our son from school. He
Oh
went and
my
picked his
God.
son up from school and got to the hospital. He was there to meet us when we got there in the ambulance. And he was tripping big time. I mean, that man was losing it because
How
I
long
didn't.
were you laid up with that?
Um, about 3, 4 years.
Oh, that's longer
Yeah,
than I thought.
yeah, 3 to 4 years. I didn't. I wasn't able to work or anything. I was on workers' comp because it happened on the job. So I was able to get workers' comp on it. And
Oh my
the
God,
doctors
what a
would let me go
story.
back to work. And then I went back to work just before I moved to Phoenix. And then when I moved out there in the beginning, it helped a lot. I didn't hurt nearly like I did living here with all the humidity. But then over time, it just kept getting worse. And eventually, I had to go in. When I completely lost use of my hands, I couldn't type. I couldn't
Oh,
pick something up and hold it, anything like that. I couldn't grasp things. I finally had to go to the doctor and say, okay, we got to do something.
yeah.
That's when they did the neck surgery and they fused 4 vertebrae in my neck. So I have a steel rod and 6 screws in my neck that holds my head up, but I can turn my head side to side. I
The
couldn't do that before.
bionic woman.
Yeah, and now I have uh, 3 vertebrae with no disc between them at all anymore. It's all bone on bone, just
Yikes.
above my tailbone. So that's
That's
why I
why you're
always
lower.
sit
Yeah,
forward.
yeah,
That's why it looks weird on the camera because to sit back like
yeah.
everybody else does is painful. So I have to sit forward to keep the weight off my tailbone. And
Well, I sit forward because I'm too lazy to support my own weight. I have to lean on the table. I'm no athlete. So let me ask you something. When you go through airports, do you set off all the metal detectors?
no, I don't because the by the time they did my surgery, they had changed the kind of metal they use that doesn't set off the alarm.
Surgical metal. Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's too bad.
yeah.
At least you would
It's
have been. It would have been exciting, right? But oh
it's
well.
a special type of titanium metal that they use, and so it doesn't set off the thing.
You're like an
Because that's the first
expensive.
thing I had. I
You're
said,
like.
so
Go
I
ahead.
said, what happens when I go to the airport and I make all the things go off? How are they going to know that the metal's inside of me, not outside of me? And they're like, yeah, no, it doesn't do that anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay. So,
You're like
but
a.
I said,
You're titanium, like an expensive racing bicycle, right?
yeah, I said, maybe one day it'll be worth money. And cash it in, take it out and cash it in before they bury me.
By then, the cost of the surgery would be twice as much as the hardware.
Oh yeah, it'll all go burned up in the flame because I'm getting cremated. I already told my son, don't you dare bury me. I said, if you bury me, I'm coming back to haunt you for the rest of your life. And
Well, I'm
he's like,
coming back to haunt
I want
my
to be
children
buried.
just
I want to
just
be cremated. So,
just as a matter of principle. I'm coming back to haunt them. You know.
and and he's like, well, then what am I supposed to do with you? I said, I don't care. I said, put me in a box in the closet, flush me down the toilet. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be dead at that point, and there's not going to be anything left but ashes. So do what you will. He's like, Mom, you're so gross.
So you want to hear our plan? We figured out a plan. I'm so excited. I can say this because I know they don't watch this. So I have a collection of Irish teapots and nobody wants them. You get to an age, you start trying to get rid of your personal belongings because it's a race against the clock, right? And none of them wants a teapot. So I decided I'm going to give them a teapot for Christmas, each of them. And it's going to have 2 Ziploc bags in each teapot with a little note, a little receipt. We're going to pay for our cremations ahead, and then each of them can have a teapot with a little dad and a little mom in the teapot instead of an urn. It's going to be an interesting Christmas this year.
Oh, I'm telling you. When Mama died, of course, she had wanted to be cremated, and I found 2 hand carved rosewood boxes on Amazon. They had the tree of life carved into the top. Really pretty boxes. So I bought 2 of them, and so when we got the ashes, we just split them up, half in one box, half in the other box. One for my brother, one for me. And the first time I told somebody that, they were like, "Well, which half do you have?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" They said, "Well, do you want the top or the bottom half?" I said, "No, who
Can't
knows? I
believe.
mean, it's just ashes. It's
Oh
almost
my
the
god!
bottom."
Well, I've got her
This
legs from the
was
thigh
convinced.
down.
This
God, what are
person
people
was legitimately
thinking?
concerned that that who had what half, and I'm like, "There's no half. It's just a bag of
Oh
ashes
my
all mixed
God.
together with a scoop." And we went in and scooped out and filled up one and then filled up the other. And
What are you gonna do with that, though? I really, I'm not being mean. I mean, I've got 6 dead dogs on a bookshelf in my living room because I just don't know what to do with them.
yeah, well, Mama's done. I got a little altar thing set up with Mama with pictures and her 2 urns that we've got and whatnot that we set up in the living room. She's about 25 feet from me right here. So I look up and I can see her from here. Yeah, she still rules the roost. So I put her in the best place. She's up high where she never got to be before because she was short too.
Short too.
And she can look out at everybody, make sure we're all minding our P's and Q's. And you can have your ashes turned into diamonds.
Oh, somebody just read my mind. I was going to tell you. I offered that to my daughters. I said, "How about I arrange to get each of you a little pendant made out of me, and you could be over my. I can be over your heart forever."
There's a company out in California. I can't remember the name of the company, but you can send them ashes, and they will make like a crystal globe.
Yeah.
Or other forms if you don't want just a round globe, where they will do whatever colors you want mixed, like swirled inside the globe, and then the ashes will be swirled inside with it. So they're really cool looking. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat idea. So but
They were completely freaked out. And when they get their teapots, they're not going to be real thrilled either, but at least they're already paid for.
make sure somebody's filming that. I just want to I want to see that.
I'm trying to figure out what percentage of them will cry. I don't think it'll be 100%, but I think it'd be pretty close to 40%. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm oh my God.
What?
Spirit beyond the stars, you need to stay the hell home, girl. I was at Hooters one night and I was hula hooping, but the hula hooped on one foot and jumping with the other. And the foot I was jumping landed on a 6-sided bolt. Oh, that just gives me the willies. Yikes.
I think you're accident prone. I really do.
I'm beginning to wonder.
Oh my God, these stories. Awful.
I'm not going anywhere with you, spirits.
I know. No offense, but I'll drive.
Exactly.
That's okay. I can hurt myself just walking across the floor. Nothing dramatic, So I kind of understand.
Thank you, Maureen. It's just like, see, that's why everybody keeps telling me you should write a book. And I'm like, who wants to read about my life? But then everybody's like, you're so damn funny. I'm like, it's just what happened.
I think people appreciate they can relate.
I mean, if you don't laugh about it, what are you going to do? Cry?
That's right. That's right.
So,
well,
now
people can relate. It's encouraging.
I was in high school. It had been raining all day, and the floors were wet. My shoes were wet. And I was like walking down the hall real fast, trying to get to my locker. And when I stepped down, my foot slipped and went inward, and I stepped onto my ankle. And I hit the floor. It was so painful. And my mom, rushed me to the emergency room, and I didn't break my ankle, but I ripped all the ligaments and muscles from my ankle to my knee.
Oh, Sherry.
It was painful. It was terrible. I had to use crutches for like.
Well, I think you and Spirit are neck and neck in the self-injury department here. This is terrible.
Oh, I know. My husband used to laugh because I'm forever walking into things, bruising myself, because I'll walk into walls, miscalculate a corner, and wham, I'll just run right into it. And there were times when my husband would like, I'm not going in public with you. People are gonna think I beat you. It's just I'd be black and blue all over it. Even like, yeah, no, people are gonna think I beat on you if we go anywhere in public. I'm, I'm staying home. You go if you want. Oh my God. But yeah, we've got. Oh, that's good, Marie. Marie's donating her body to science. I would mind, but they'd probably take one look at it and say,
I
no,
was
thanks.
going to say science didn't want mine.
They'd probably look at mine and say, well, it's not any good.
Well,
You're not
here's something interesting you can do. I wouldn't do this, but there are people who do it. There's a place in Tennessee called the Body Farm, and they use it to study decomposition forensically so that when cops find a body, they can figure out like what insects are in it and how old the body, how long it's been there, all that kind of stuff, you know? So they people donate their bodies on this farm and it's all securityed off, no one can get in, and they would just lay bodies on the ground or bury them at 2 feet or bury them at 6 feet, some of them wrapped in plastic. You know, they imitate all different ways that people can dispose of a body, so they can figure out, they monitor how long it takes and what insects they're exposed to. And
yeah, I've seen that. It's
ugh,
gross, but I would not want that
ugh.
job. But I understand the importance of something like that, especially if that's the kind of job you're going to have.
Oh, not only do they have that job, they invented that job. That's
Yeah,
what they do for fun. Yeah.
they had to do something. Yeah, I was going to say they had to do something with
Oh,
people who were
Jamie, that's
obsessed with
really
bodies.
sad.
That is sad, Jamie. I'm
That's so
sad that y'all
sad. I'm
opened that up.
sorry.
It's 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 heartbreaking, but heart loving at the same time. It's like
Yeah, yeah. You know, you
that's
go through a graveyard that's old and you see all these young women buried with their babies. You know, no matter what to
yeah.
do, don't trust my brother. Need to tell him no. Like that. What's your brother's first name? JD.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are too funny. Y'all say I'm funny. I'm the one that reads all y'all's stuff and sit here and cracks up. I go
Well, you
back and
have to
read
go to a lawyer and you have to
afterwards.
get it. Yeah, you have to get it all spelled out. And you can
Oh yeah,
have no obituary and you can decide how you want. I mean, you can decide it all ahead of time and not leave it up to somebody else if it's
yeah,
important to you. Yeah.
yeah. There's a couple of you. There's a Maureen had said, make sure you use a teaching hospital to like donate your body for that kind of stuff. Um, there's also one of the universities up near Quantico that they have a special department, special field where they do all of that with the decomposing bodies. So FBI agents can go and part of their training to study, because they're going to run into that kind of thing if you're going to
Yeah.
be an FBI agent. So,
Yeah.
um, I mean, you got to learn some kind of way. Um, oh, Mayor, I've had my natal chart done twice. Colleen the Cool Crone did it a year and a half ago, and it was fascinating. And then Diana Bowles, oil painter, she just did my chart again. And last weekend we spent a couple of hours, and we only covered like a third of it because she's explaining to me
Mm-hmm.
how the
Mm-hmm.
chart works, what I'm looking at, and what it means, because it's all gobbledygook to me.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like a foreign language. Did they agree?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, but it was weird because Diane was going through stuff. She like removed all the lines and everything, just so the first lesson, as she put it, was just to learn the placement of the houses and the planets and that kind of stuff.
Oh,
And
it's too
she was
much.
showing me where this was here and this was here, and wow, did you have something happen on this year? And I'm like, yeah. How would you know that? But yeah, she was able to pinpoint stuff that it. There were times, a couple times, I'd have to stop and think about, well, I was how old then, and what happened that was weird, and oh yeah, I remember. So she's like, yeah, we'll do another session and we'll start getting into more intricate stuff because it's like I know the sun, the moon, the rising, I kind of get that. But when they started talking houses and degrees and planets, I was like, okay, y'all lost me now. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so Diana's been really good about she's trying to teach me as she's explaining my chart. But it's really fascinating. And then if you do it in Vedic astrology, I'm a completely different set of sun, moon, and rising. Because in Western astrology, what we're all used to, I'm a Gemini sun, an Aquarius moon, and Aries rising. But in Vedic astrology, I wrote it down somewhere because I could never remember. Um, I'm a Taurus sun, a Capricorn moon, and Pisces rising.
I can't even get that far. I've had two really good people do my charts, like
And the rising
hours,
says I'm in the
hours.
Brahmin class, or the that I'm part of the Brahmin
Oh,
class.
please.
I wrote down.
I believe you. I believe you.
That's what Hogarth told me. Hogarth looked that up.
I can't even remember. I know my sun sign. I can't remember anything else. I have it written down, but I can't remember anything
Yeah,
else.
well, you saw where mine was at, huh? It's right there in the drawer. So when I'm
Yeah.
talking about it, I can pull it out and look at it because I don't remember it either. I mean, it took me 2 years to remember Gemini, Aquarius, Aries. It's like, and now
Yeah.
you're doing a different set of stuff. It's like, yeah, don't mess me up, man. I don't get it. So,
It's much more complicated, and there's a whole lot more arithmetic. Well, it's geometry, really, that than you would think. It's not quite as hippy dippy as you might think. It's really a science.
good night, Joan. Yeah, it's Jamie. Which guy? Which guy are you talking about? There's a bunch of astrologers online. So, good night, Carolyn.
Night,
Got it.
night, Carolyn.
Got it. We got Joan went good night and Carolyn went good night.
Are we going to read some cards for everybody before they have to go to
Uh,
bed?
yeah, we can do that. We got one that asked a question. Magical mermaid was given a cryogenic gift certificate.
What is? Oh, really? Like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, that's where they freeze you. How interesting is that?
Yeah.
Wow. Harvard, that's the one that does that with the body bank. Um,
Could you imagine coming back, being defrosted, and coming
yeah, that would
back?
be weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Once around the block is enough for me.
If I come back, I want to start over fresh. I don't want to be thawed in.
Well, somebody made a dreadful mistake. I was supposed to be incarnated this time into a wealthy family. Something went terribly wrong, and I'm still resentful about it.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
next time, right?
Me too. It's like I'm supposed to be rich this go round. Who screwed up? Somebody
That's
screwed up bad because I'm not rich. Not
how
by
I
any
feel. Yeah.
um, but Rose is an 8/8 Lionsgate baby. And this Lionsgate, from what I understand, is extra special because it's 888.
I don't know what that
The
means.
year, it's 8th month, August, 8th day, which means it's a very powerful um, portal door to the other side. But they say it's 888 because the year 2024 equals 8. So if you add up the numbers, the 2, and the 4, and that's 8. So you have 888.
But I don't understand how.
It's something to do with
If you're born in
holding.
888, you're well over 100 years old.
Well, no, they say 888 because the third 8 is the total of 2024. You have 2 plus 2 plus 4
Right.
digits that you're adding.
Oh, so if your birthday is August 8,
2024.
this
Yeah,
year is a big deal. Okay, okay.
yeah.
I thought they were
It was,
born like the
oh no, that would
1908 or something, 2008. I don't know.
yeah, no, that would
Yeah.
be, I don't know what other combinations would work out like that, but I heard one of the other astrologers talking about it yesterday or day before yesterday. about this portal was going to be really special because it was 888. And I was like, there's no 8 in the year. Where are they getting 8 from? And then she's like, whoever she was talking to said what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
the years equals when you add up the numbers because of numerology. You add all digits up and then break them down to their lowest combination. She says, and it's August 8th, and 2024 equals 8.
So what's
This
supposed to
number.
happen?
It's supposed to be a very powerful portal.
Yeah, but portals are
About
doorways, right? So what's coming
right.
out or in or
I don't know. That I don't understand
I'd
it
like to
beyond
know.
that.
That would make me
I
nervous.
just know the basics. Ask Denise; she could probably explain it better.
Oh my
Or maybe
God. Yeah, well you need a translator because I never know what she's talking about. You know, she speaks astrology fluently and it's I'm at the very basics, you know, I have no idea.
I'm not even to the basics yet. I'm still in kindergarten.
I'm basically like
Um,
Ola. That's about it, you know.
oh goodness, what was that? Oh, MLR actually applied to work at a pet crematorium, but they wanted someone with a mechanical background,
Mechanical
probably
background. I wonder why.
to handle the equipment.
Oh.
Got to make sure that stuff burns properly.
I was gonna say, how
That's
hard is it to
like
light a match? I'm
one would
terrible.
think.
I'm irreverent when it comes to stuff like that. Because if you don't
Oh, here we
laugh, you
go.
know, you'd be used to open
Go hippie hikers.
fire new ideas and
Okay, I knew it had something to do with portals and
used to open. Oh, that. Oh, is that? I didn't know what they were talking about. But
yeah.
it has to be your birthday. Is that the idea?
Well, it's a portal for everybody, but for
Oh, I
people
thought it
who
was
are
just for
on
people whose
August 8th,
birthday was
it's
in August. Yeah.
even stronger, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't really
So
understand it all the
when's
way.
August 8th? That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's next week, next Thursday,
Oh,
or this coming
this
Thursday.
coming Thursday.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be good. I could use a little psychic ability opening up.
we have.
Do you have a question?
I do. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody else. Okay. First question was: is Elijah Reese, missing teen from Colorado, safe? He is possibly in
Oh,
state of psychosis and possibly in New Mexico.
okay.
I haven't heard about this at all.
No, I don't know anything about it. Let's just see what the cards say to pick up on the energy. It's Elijah Reese. Possibly in Mexico.
Hmm. Just as a reminder, everybody, the closer and closer and closer we get to voting day, start checking to make sure you're still registered to vote like every week. Go in and check, make sure you're still in the system because they're going to try to drop as many people as they can get away with.
Shall I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get good cards here. And you know, when you were talking, I don't, have no idea what this story is about whatsoever, but
I
I
don't either.
got the impression of heat, like hyperthermia exposure. So I got the King of Cups and the Three of Cups both reversed, which is not a good indication. It's like, you know, negative emotion. It's bad. And I got Judgment reversed. But I think that they're going to go, if they're not searching for him already, they're going to start putting together a more aggressive effort to find him. And he will be found. The truth will come out. But I don't know. It doesn't look real great. Now, I could be misinterpreting the King of Cups reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. Perhaps it's not the rest of us who are feeling a negative emotion. Maybe this is an indication of his mental state. I don't know. But it will be found where he is or what happened to him. And it feels like whatever kind of a search party or search effort, if they're going to shelters or whatever, they're going to find him. They're going to know what's up with him. But I don't get a great feeling about it. Sorry.
Yeah, this is wild. Check one more thing.
I'm really curious, once we're finished talking, if maybe you could tell us just a little bit more. I'm curious what the story is.
Yeah. The first thing I pulled was the Magician reversed.
Mm.
So we're looking at power going awry, I guess. Your ability to control things the way the Magician does.
Yeah.
Is no longer in your control. That's how I'm reading it for this instance. Kind of a loss of your power, or a loss of his power, of whatever it is that's going on. Perhaps he's not missing willingly, so to speak. He may be being held under duress. Because then I pull the Knight of Cups reversed. And so, again, that's more not able to claim your power, losing control of what, your emotions and what's going on. Still, again, another really questionable card. But then the last thing I pulled was the, what is this? The Nine of Pentacles upright. And so that's usually talking about abundance. It's usually talking about enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying, everything kind of coming home to roost.
Yeah.
So maybe this means that he's going to come home and be safe and sound.
The efforts they're putting into finding him might pay off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's that it's ending on a good note, as opposed to the two reversals that didn't look very promising at all.
Well, we both got reversed cups, and cups are so much about emotion. I wonder, I was thinking that's, everybody around him being really sad at the end result, but it could just as easily be his state of confusion, his emotional state being not okay,
Okay, he's a missing teen with special needs. That's missing.
Is he missing in the city or in the country? I mean, did he wander off from a camping site, or did he go in the main part of town? Or
it said he left his home in Woodland Park, Colorado on July 24th.
Just walked out of the house?
That's what I'm looking to see. Okay, he's a teenager, so yeah, he could very well have just walked out the door. And if he's mentally challenged, then no, he was driving. He was driving a 2017 Honda Pilot.
Oh, wow.
Family members believe he may have altered the license plate or replaced it with an expired license plate. The last confirmed sighting of his vehicle was on July 24th, when he was traveling southbound on U.S. Highway 84.
So he left on purpose, but he left in not the right frame of mind, probably. That's what all those reverse cups are.
Yeah. It says his father says his son is believed to be in the Albuquerque area.
Is what in the Albuquerque area?
They believe that that's where he's at, is somewhere in the Albuquerque area. That he's known to be an avid hiker and could be on a hiking trail. His dad is saying he may come out of that mental state he was in when he left and not really know where he is or why he's there. he may start looking for food. He didn't bring any with him. He may be looking for resources, survival resources. So, yeah, wow, that's a trip. I never even heard about that. So,
It's difficult when somebody wants to be gone, and if they're not stable, it can be
yeah,
really a problem because depending on where you are, but for the most part, because of HIPAA rules, people in shelters, they can't even confirm or deny that somebody is actually in the shelter. So you're searching for someone that you love and you think they might be staying at a homeless shelter. They can't tell you.
yeah,
And I
okay.
don't know,
So
because if
he's
he's
saying,
young, if he's not, if he's under 18, maybe that's different. I don't know.
yeah, he was only 17, and his family saying that they
To go
think he's in a state
hiking.
of psychosis and took off in his car to go hiking.
See, that the first impression I got was like I saw dry ground, like dirt with boulders, rocks, and really hot. So I don't think he was prepared for the conditions.
Well, that's what they said. He didn't bring any of his hiking gear with him.
Yeah,
He didn't bring
hyperthermia.
food or
Yeah.
anything with him.
No water.
If he's in Albuquerque up in the mountains, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're going to be hot in the day and it's going to get cold at night, especially up in the mountains. Um,
I don't think of New Mexico as mountains. Isn't that funny? I'm not familiar with the area. I think of cactus and desert.
I'm only aware of it because of the fact that um, I've driven through areas of New Mexico between Phoenix and here. You go
Yeah.
through a little short section of it between Arizona and Texas, and so yeah, I mean it's desert country.
Uh,
It's
God, I hope they
I
find
guess
him.
you get up into the more mountainous areas, it's greener and not quite as
Hot, dry,
yeah
arid.
hot
Yeah.
moonscape as it yeah hot and
Yeah.
arid. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you hear about the guy in Las Vegas? Probably this has probably been 2 weeks ago. He fell down in like downtown Las Vegas. I don't know if he fainted or if he tripped, but he got third degree burns from the ground.
oh, I can believe that. The minute it starts heating up, like when I lived in Phoenix, the minute the temperatures start heating up, they start running PDAs on TV and stuff to make sure you put doggy boots on your dogs so that when you go walk them, they don't burn the bottom of their feet. Because people
Wow.
take the dog walking and the concrete and stuff gets so hot that it'll burn the skin off the bottom of their paws.
Ew. Oh my God. It never would have occurred to me.
Yeah, I mean, I never would have thought of that, but when I moved to Phoenix, first time I saw an ad for that, I said something at work about it, and several of the people I worked with were like, "Oh yeah," they're like, you can really hurt your dog if you don't protect their feet, especially in the summertime." And so I did the standard. I want to see if it really works or not. Cracking an egg on a sidewalk one afternoon when it was like 118 degrees outside, and I said, I just want to see what happens. And I just went outside with the egg and just cracked it open and let it hit the sidewalk. It fried up in like a minute. If it wasn't for the fact that it was on the sidewalk, it would have been edible, But it was like, damn, I didn't expect it to actually
Wow.
be that quick. I figured maybe it'd have to sit there for, 5 minutes or something to cook. No, it didn't take any time at all. And I know people who wear like flip flops and stuff, if they do a lot of walking in the summertime, you'll eat the rubber off the bottom of your flip flops. I mean, it'll literally melt them down to where you're walking on barely a thin strip of rubber, and
Wow.
or with any kind of shoes, that has a rubber
Wow.
sole on it. It'll eat it right up. Um, let's see. Yeah, I got it, Bora Bora.
Trying to wrap my head around this.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay. And Rose asked for an oracle card, please.
I don't have oracles, but I'll just do a
Well, you'll have
regular
to deal
tarot.
with the
Yeah,
regular tarot card with Helen,
yeah,
and
Rose.
I'll pull you an oracle. Um,
I have a daughter named Rose, except in Gaelic.
Wait, what in Gaelic?
I have a daughter named Rose.
Oh, that's right.
Her name
Yep.
is Roisin, which
Oh,
means
cool.
little rose in Irish. She'd probably be horrified if she knew I was saying her name on YouTube.
Oh God, yes. It's funny the reaction you can get sometimes. It's like, oh,
The Knight of
oh,
Cups. Something coming your way, something kind of unexpected in the emotional realm. I'm not going to go so far as to say an unexpected love, but some sort of emotional situation, and a pleasant one that you're kind of not expecting coming your way. Maybe a gesture or a gift or a kind word from, this would be masculine, but it doesn't have to be. But somebody like what's the word I want? Like a suitor, So what did you get?
I pulled deep knowing, and it talks about intuition is a faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or the five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Well, that's kind of interesting.
I like that
Unusual
deck of
sources.
cards. What is that?
It's Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah,
Very cool.
it's a
Very
great
cool.
deck.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let me see. Maureen says my her name in Gaelic is Moira. And,
Yes, Maureen means little Mary. I have a sister named Moira. There's so many of us. Pretty much any name you throw out there.
let's see. Yeah, T. Lynn, when I lived in Phoenix, people kept um, baking mitts in the car so they could drive, because if the car sat for a while out in the sun, the steering wheel would be so hot you couldn't touch it.
What
You
planet
either
are we
learn to
talking
drive
about?
with things.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm serious. As a heart attack. In fact, there was a comedian that did a stand up in Tempe, which is like next door to Phoenix, and at one of the big stand up comedy houses. And the opening to his joke, and it was like in the middle of summer when they sent him there. And he was like, okay, y'all lied about this place. You said this was the Valley of the Sun, not the Valley on the Sun.
On the sun.
And the whole audience backed up because they're all like, yeah, we know it's pretty hot. It's ungodly hot there in the summertime. I mean,
Well,
it's
it's
like 50
desert,
degrees. Like,
right?
yeah, and like Phoenix is in a bowl. It's surrounded by
Yeah.
mountains. So we rarely got any rain there or anything because by the time the rain clouds would get over the mountaintops,
Yeah,
there
it
wasn't anything
all
left
played
to.
out. Yeah. So
Um,
California is a desert, and a lot of people forget
yeah,
that. Before they brought water from the Owens Valley and then from the Colorado River, it was arid. All those citrus orchards and avocado orchards and walnut orchards, those were all sort of created after they brought water. That movie Chinatown, you know that movie? That was about the water wars for the Owens Valley. And
mhm.
and then they started shipping water in from the Colorado River. And they don't it's becoming scarce. It's getting bad. And what's going to happen to
Amy,
Southern California when they go back to being a
Amy,
desert?
Green, would you please retype your question in chat? I did not get them. And when I try to go back, it won't go back up that far. So if y'all could please repost your question, then
Yeah, yeah.
we can pull on it. Um, Spirit Beyond the Stars says Tanya said it was 125 degrees in Vegas today.
Oh God. Oh my God.
That's just too,
Oh my God.
And then you have numbnuts like Abbott in Texas who's passing laws and making it illegal to give workers who work outdoor in the heat water breaks.
What kind of
It's like,
sadistic BS is
what
that?
the hell is wrong with your thinking that you're going to
What
deny people a water break?
what kind of an evil monster is he?
I'm telling you.
Man.
And for a man who was in an accident and got paralyzed, and that's how he got his money, was from the settlement.
Do you know what he did after he had that accident? This just tells you everything you need to know about Abbott. A branch of a tree fell on him and hit him and paralyzed him. And he
Yeah.
was able to collect a huge settlement because it was, whatever, a negligent accident of some sort. He turned around and fought for legislation that nobody could collect that kind of money ever again.
Yeah. I mean, talk about pulling the ladder up behind you on your way up
Yeah.
so nobody else can get up there either.
What kind of twisted, sick individual is that who would say, "Oh, you're working on a roof all day and it's 125 degrees outside? Too bad."
Oh, it's ridiculous. And Amanda was just saying the West Coast heat is like opening your oven after having it on. It's like opening your oven after having it set at 450, and then you open the oven and get in. That's what it feels like outside. It's so hot that you can't catch your breath.
Yeah. One of my daughters went to school in Dallas, and that was my first experience of that kind of weather. I went to see her, and you'd open the door to go outside, and it was very much like stepping into some kind of gigantic oven. It was so weird, miserable. And
Hmm.
that was 15 years ago. It's worse now.
Yeah, worse now and just keeps getting worse.
So
Okay.
so let's get rid of the EPA is what they want to do now.
Yeah, all right. Let's get rid of anything that's gonna help mitigate that to make it easier on everybody. Hi, Mickey. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I don't know, Kayenta. I like that name, Kayenta.
Mhm.
Kayenta. Kayenta
Oh, I recognize
Moin
that name.
Company.
It's
That's her
Hawaiian,
name.
right? Is that Hawaiian?
Is that Hawaiian
Did I make that up? I recognize your name. Hi.
or is it like African or
No.
wow, that's a beautiful name. I love that.
Well, you know what, Kayenta, yes, you're absolutely right. OSHA is federal. He doesn't care. Their attitude is states' rights. Come and get us.
Well, their attitude also is, well, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and then they
Yeah.
take your boots away. It's like, okay, hello, why are you handicapping me even more? Let's see. I've got MLR starred, I got Maureen starred, Amy starred, Suzanne starred, and Marby starred. So we got us a few questions now.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Good.
Yay. And Garden Genie starred. I did a reading for her yesterday. We had the best time. We spent like 2 hours just chit chatting, just talking, and it was a blast. I had so much fun. Okay, MLR would like a card, please, on my living situation
Oh, I'm
about to be
sorry.
homeless. Ay. That's
So stressful.
get here. Yeah.
This is just disgraceful. The richest, arguably one of the most advanced countries in the world. This is just a shame.
Yeah, there should not be homeless people in this country anywhere. I mean, it should not exist.
Maybe one of the
Especially,
members of Congress who has 2 houses will let you live in one.
yeah, I mean, especially when you consider all of the empty places in this country with nobody living in them. It's like, what, y'all can't just let homeless people move in and have some modicum of decency? I mean, oh, damn, MLR. Got some good cards for you here.
Shall I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So you're feeling incredibly stuck in a pretty stressful, miserable situation. You're feeling really overwhelmed by this whole thing and stuck. These cards all indicate stuck in a situation of, emotional pain anyway. But this card has hope attached to it because she's going to break free of that. You see all these swords buried in the ground, and this is the 9 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is the end of all that piercing trouble, and this is her getting ready to break free of all those issues and troubles. There's something coming for you, some sort of compassionate aid, I would say, coming for you from somebody who is more enlightened and more concerned about the welfare of people than whoever it is you've been dealing with. And so try to figure out, if you can, who that would be. Who is it that might be a source of some sort of really caring aid? Because there is help. Now, this is the Queen of Pentacles. So I wouldn't commit to saying that there's money there for you, but there is some compassionate person in your orbit who has the ability, the capacity, and the caring to help you find a settled situation. So despite all of the worry and the sense of being stuck in a situation that you can't get out of, this person can help you get out of it. So that's good news.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we started out with the First card I pulled was the Ten of Wands. And so you've got a lot of responsibilities, a lot of burdens,
Yeah.
especially if you're about to be homeless. It's kind of like a duh. um, but don't let it overwhelm you, or don't let it make you feel unable to deal with what's happening. Because then I pull the Queen of Wands, which talks about um, confidence, charisma, um, a natural ability to lead. Um, I'm looking at this and feeling like this is just a reassurance that everything's going to kind of work out in your favor on this. I'm just feeling really positive about it. And then the last card I drew was the King of Cups. And
Yeah.
again, that's just kind of wrapping it all up with a bow right there, telling you, yeah, everything, you've got a lot of burdens, you've got a lot of stuff you're doing, but you're in a position that you can do that. You have that ability to deal with
There
that kind
is,
of
yeah, there's
situation.
somebody she can turn to. That Queen of Wands. I got the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. There's somebody who has some authority or
And
some
something.
resource. Is it a nonprofit? Is it some sort of charitable organization? Is it a
Yeah.
minister? And somebody in your circle has the ability to help you, and the desire, the compassion to help you, and they will. You just have to reach out and figure it out. Don't be paralyzed and stuck in your fear and your feeling helpless.
Hmm.
Take command. I think that's that Queen of Wands.
Hmm.
You have the power to access the
Absolutely.
help that's there. Yeah, and you'll be okay. But you have to make it happen for yourself by advocating for yourself.
Says on point.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, good. That makes me feel good. It's nice to get
Saying
validation.
it is that helps you know that you're picking up the right cues,
Something.
because
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hate to think of giving people advice that's really not accurate. That I feel a great, enormous amount of responsibility that if I'm going to tell people something, I
I
want it
try to be
to
as
be
accurate as I
true.
can. And
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't like false hope, or I don't like fake promises. But I also don't want to bum people out either. So you're in a difficult situation, but if you get your head straight and decide, okay, I'm going to do something about this, there is access to help out there. So, oh, I'm so bad. I feel so bad for you. It's hard.
yeah, it is hard. I mean, I've been there. I've been homeless.
Yeah.
I've lived in my car on the side of the road. I know what that feels like, and it's not fun. I laugh and say, yeah, we tried to pretend we were on a camping trip to make it easier, but that only works for so many days before you kind of like, I'm sick of fucking camping. So it's time to move on. Um,
I really admire your strength. You're a very strong person.
who?
You,
Me?
Sherry,
Oh,
you. Yeah, you there on the other side of the screen. You're a very strong
oh,
person.
surviving.
Well,
I don't know. My mama didn't raise any wimps. She made sure my brother and I both were able to handle whatever life threw at us, because God knows it shit on her enough times. It seemed like every time she turned around, something was happening.
life's
And
hard. Life is not,
it
it's
is.
hard. It's not a walk in the park. You turn on the TV, you think everybody's got a fancy kitchen and nice clothes, and they're all sitting around eating salads. And, I don't know what planet that is.
I'm telling you. I mean, that's kind of like um earlier tonight when I did that, was in that membership Zoom call, and I was cooking, so I had the phone set up. And afterwards, I got to thinking about, I'm walking around the kitchen with the phone. I'm like, God, everybody saw my dirty kitchen. I didn't even
Yeah,
think about
who
it.
cares?
I don't think anybody noticed. Everybody just wanted to know what I was putting in the pot. So I kept having to turn the phone and show everybody. They're like, "Ah, that's not fair." I'm like, well, don't ask.
What's the saying? If you want to make an omelet, you have to break some eggs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
So
right.
while trying to dodge the cat who wants to jump on the counter to stick her nose in the pot to
Ew.
eat it.
No, no, no,
Um,
no, no, no,
and
no.
the dog under your feet hoping
Yeah.
for something to spill, preferably not you.
But
It can be
don't you stop
dangerous.
and think? I know you do because I know that you're that kind of introspective person. But don't you stop and think sometimes that you have a kitchen to be dirty?
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I literally tell myself every day, especially if I'm in a pity party mood, where, oh, poor me. And then it kicks in the back of my brain. There's always somebody worse off than you. So suck it up and deal with it. It's like, okay,
that's
there's
right.
there's always somebody worse off than I am. So at least I have a home, I have a
Yeah,
roof over my head, I have a job, I have a vehicle to get to that job.
you have
So what am I bitching
a
about?
family who cares
My
about you, and
family
they're
right here
there
with
for
me,
you. Yeah, yeah.
and I feel, I mean, I laugh, hey, we haven't killed each other yet, but at least we're
Well,
all together. I mean, I know some people that never see their family.
yeah.
They're absolute strangers. It's for whatever reason. It's sad when you think about it. It's like I'm glad I got my family right here with me. If I need something, they're right here
You
with
might be
me.
dysfunctional, but you're the good kind of dysfunctional.
Right. We're just screwy in the
Yeah.
head. We're not psychopaths. So
Well, that's what they all say.
yeah. Okay, Maureen. You have a
Keep having a
lost
bad
part of
dream
your
about my
question
daddy.
is
There's part of that question is
did
missing, I
you
think.
did yeah, that's what I was just going back to see. Well, okay, where's the rest of the question?
Dreams about your
Um
father, huh?
yeah, MLR says the first time she's been without a car. Yeah, I've been there too. Um Maureen says I'm a steel magnolia. I'd rather be a steel magnolia than be a porcelain one.
I bet I know what this question is. Is he trying to get in touch with her?
Yeah. Is that what you're Good night, Rose. Let's see. Oh, I
Well,
know. And I have people ask me all the time, would you want to win the lottery and live in a big fancy house? I'm like, no, I'd like to win the lottery, but not live in a big fancy house because I'm the one that would have to clean it. I'd rather be in a small house
Sherry,
that's
I
easy to
think
keep up
about
with.
that all the time. I heard about somebody who had just done a like something number of thousands of square feet house, and my first thought was, "Oh God, I'm glad I don't have to vacuum that." You
Yeah, I
know?
know. I look at pictures of those big houses and think, how lovely. And then my next thought is, it would take a week just to clean one room, much less the rest of the house. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want anything that big. Not unless I can afford full time hired help to be there 24/7 to clean up.
Maureen, I got some interesting cards for you. I'm assuming that you're asking, is your father visiting you for, does he have a message? And I get, yes, he does have a message. This is your father, and this is the message. Yes, he has a message. He's warning you about something. Now, don't be alarmed. Your tower is not going to catch on fire. It's just, he's trying to warn you about a situation that might be difficult, something coming up in your life. I don't have a clue what that would be, but to let you know that it'll be okay. You got this.
Oh,
Woo! Are you all right? You got
that's
the
the first
tower
card
as
I drew.
well.
That's the first card I drew.
The tower.
It's the
Something's
tower.
going to come up that's going to be,
Something big's
it's going
coming
to
up.
feel insurmountable to you. This event or who knows what it is going to present itself, and you're going to think, I can't cope with this. And he wants you to know that yes, you can. You're strong, like the sun is strong. You're going to come through this,
Did you pull the sun card?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I just got the chills. Good news,
Maureen, you
Maureen.
saying this right? We both, the first two cards we both pulled
Well,
two
this was
really
my
good
first
cards.
card. Like, this is a message from her father. And
Yeah.
there's going to be this event. You got that too.
And then, yeah,
And then the
the
sun.
Tower,
You're going to be all
and then the
right. He
Sun.
wants you to know that you have the strength and you're
And
going to
then the
be all
last
right.
card I got was the Eight of Cups, which is whatever it is, just walk away from it because it's not worth your effort and your time. Because it's you got that change coming, and it's going to be a good change in the long run. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, don't let anybody hold you back. You go forward, walk away from
Don't spend
whatever
a
it
lot
is
of
you need to
time.
walk away from.
Don't
Yeah.
spend a lot of time worrying.
Wow, these are such good cards. I can't believe we pulled
The
two
exact same cards. Well, it makes it
two of the
strong.
same.
He really is trying to tell you. He
Oh yeah,
really,
he's not
yeah.
playing around. He's like, I got a message. Damn it, this is what it is. I hope that helps, Maureen. Um, let's see.
Message for
Amy had a question.
Grandpa.
Does my grandpa Claire have a message for me? Okay, let's see what Grandpa's got to say.
I'm going to tell you the first thought that just came to my head. Please don't take this the wrong way, but does my grandpa have a message for me? I saw your name and I got make love, not war. I'm serious. That popped into my head. It could just be my sense of humor, but I hope that you take it the right
That would fit with Amy though, so yeah,
way. Okay, does he have a message for you?
Amy, don't we have a show tomorrow? I'm thinking it's tomorrow. Or am I like losing my mind?
Well, the answer to both of
Well,
those things could be yes.
I was gonna say it's kind of a it's kind of a dangerous
The two of wands. I can't with these cards. I can't tell how many wands I'm looking at because of this garland thing. I'm all what? That's not four of wands. The two of wands. He wants you to keep your eye on. Make plans for the future. Keep your eye on the future. Keep that in the back of your mind that you should be considering the consequences of what's going on in your life and just, keep a clear view of where you're going, the direction that you're going. And a little bit of a warning, be careful who you're trusting. Be careful who you're believing. There might be a situation where you're hearing partial truths or untruths or even lunacy. Have you been to a MAGA rally lately? I think that's what this is. But then I get the Two of Cups. So are these related? I don't know. Just pay attention to the direction you're going in. Watch out. Shoot. Watch out for deception and a relationship of some sort, an emotional relationship. So be clear eyed about what you're hearing from emotional relationships. I don't know if it's a friendship or a love relationship. It could even be somebody you work with. Just be cautious.
Yeah, well, I drew the Tower again, which fits because I know you're getting ready to go through some major changes. So this is just clarifying that for you. Um, and then I pulled the Page of Wands, which is that's messenger is going to be bringing you news on what to do next. What's the next step? This went through, that went through. This is going to happen. Blah blah blah. But this is still a good card, because it's bringing you good news. Um, could be a double-edged sword, good and bad news kind of together. Like you can't get the good news until you go through the bad news, which yeah, I can see where that could be kind of disconcerting, because you're trying to focus on something good happening, but something good is happening, something good is coming. Because then I pull the Queen of Swords, And so, this is just spirit telling you you've got clear-minded thinking, you've got independence. Um, you're getting ready to exert that right again of being independent and not having to rely upon anyone else to be there as soon as everything kind of falls into line that you've been working on. Um, which I know personally what part of that she's worried
Yeah,
about.
she'll
Um,
understand. Yeah.
right, so she'll understand that. I can't say what it is because that's up to Amy to share if she wants to share. Um, but keep rational thought in hand. Don't go off the ledge just because you get a bad day or a bad moment or something doesn't go according to plan. Just let that shit go. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. But I'm seeing all good. I mean, everything we got here is depicting you getting your place and moving. You've got the good news from the page. And then you've got the queen there telling you, yeah, we got your back. You're okay. You know,
I always look
don't
at the card
don't
at the bottom. I forgot to mention that. Your
what's the
grandfather sends his love. Look at this, the King of
uh,
Cups.
10 of
So
Wands. It's my bottom card. So yeah.
that's facing
So
something
yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Next up, we've got Suzanne.
New living arrangement.
Would like a card pull about new living arrangements. Okay. Okay, and then next up in the queue is Marby, Garden Gina, Jeannie, Jana, Mickey, and Jamie. Okay, that's what we got lined up. And that's probably gonna pretty much do us
Oh
in at
yeah, it's
this
getting
point.
late. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get them and then questions are closed at this point.
Okay.
We try to get to everybody, but sometimes it just
Oh
doesn't.
well, looks like your new living arrangements are going to work out great. 10 cups. Can't beat that. It's like happy home.
That's it. I forgot to shuffle. Like that would kind of help, huh? Okay, Suzanne, I pulled for you soulmates. See the little penguins there with
Oh,
what is that? It's
penguins?
butterflies and rose petals floating all around them, around the penguins. And it's called basically what it's talking about is harmonious partnerships. Doesn't necessarily mean love, romance type. It can, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. It's just talking about being in harmony with someone else that you're partnering with, someone else that you're working with. Um, it's that would include, say, friendship, companionship, um,
Roommates?
growing relationships with new friends. Um, I mean, because a soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be like a spouse or something. It could just be a friend, somebody that just your souls connect. You made a pact to come down here and find each other. Um, it says um, it says here that you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter in your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. Um, Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. Um, but regardless of what it is, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. So pay attention to these people today, and because they're going to be your greatest gift that comes along.
Wow.
So I'm feeling like you're not only going to get this new place, but you're going to develop really important friendships and stuff there. There you go.
Jack
Exactly what
ups. Yeah.
Helen got. Um, okay. Next up, we've got Marby. Card, please, whichever you choose.
Not even a hint, huh? We're going to have to work for this one. Let's just pull a card and
Marby,
see.
you're getting hit with the Listen Biatch deck tonight.
Yeah. That's overdue.
I haven't been snarky yet, so we got to sneak a little snark in there.
I got the Five of Swords. Yeah, I think that you need to maybe take a moment, reevaluate a situation. I don't know what this is referring to, of course, but just rethink what you've been up to. It could be decisions at work, it could be a situation. It's more about actual approaches and thinking and how you're going to handle something more than it is about emotions. This is not like, oh, rethink that relationship or somebody is harboring ill feelings to you. It's not like that. It's like, think about stuff that you've been doing and things that have been happening in your life and think about it logically, think about the facts of the situation and make sure that you're on the right track.
There we go. All right, Marby, I pulled a Listen Biatch card for you. It says, listen, bitch, don't water yourself down for anyone. They can take all of you or nothing at all. So don't water it down. Like, take it or leave it. But you're good to go just the way you are. The problem is not with you, it is with them. So
That could very well be the situation that you're in right now. Maybe it's time to reconsider your approach. Maybe that's what that Five of Swords is about.
there you go. That's a good one. Okay, Garden Genie would love an Oracle card pull.
Well, you're going to get a tarot card too, whether you want it or not. Hi, Garden Genie. I'm going to go.
Question a lot. Yes, ma'am. You go right on ahead.
The Three of Wands reversed. You need to stop worrying so much about what's coming up and what's going to happen in the future, and I think you're putting a lot of time and mental energy and emotional energy into what might be coming up, and you need to live more in the moment, live in the now, and maybe focus, Six of Pentacles, focus more on how you can make this moment right now today be rewarding for you by doing service for others rather than worrying about what might be coming up in the future. Do good. Do acts of charity, acts of love. Try to help other people. It will take care of itself.
There we go. All right, I pulled the card. Why? The Main meanings of this card is motives driving intuition, the power of knowing the why. Well, if you knew the why, you wouldn't be asking for the why, now would you? So it says there's a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question or another question with another reader or yourself sitting at home with your guides. Be very clear, be precise in what it is that you're wanting to know. Um, let's see here. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty profound. So
But your
that's
card
why
said something about focusing on the moment now,
why.
too, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Motives driving intention, the power of knowing the why. Um, and it just talks about knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. So knowing your why is going to be different than me knowing my why or Helen knowing her why, because we all come at it from a different direction. Um, but yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Okay.
Well, that's something
Um,
we all have to focus on is living for the moment, living in the moment. That's very hard.
that's it. Okay, let's see. We've got Jana is up next.
Is your mother okay?
Is your mother still with us, Jana, or has she transitioned? Um, what you got? I
Death.
can't. Oh, okay.
Is she still with us?
That's what I was just asking. Is she already transitioned over, or is she still around us? Um, we'll give Jana another minute here to answer. If she doesn't answer, we'll move on to the next person.
Okay.
Um, she's not responding in the chat at all.
Well, this is recorded. She may go back
Yeah.
to watch. I don't feel like I shuffled these are all the same cards. I hate
Well, I
when that
know. I
happens.
just sat here and shuffled mine like a dozen times. Like it's
I hate that.
just
Well, when
so
you
good
get like three
pulling up.
cards in a row that were the same cards, it's a hint. Oh my
Yeah.
God. This is interesting. I got
Say
this
the least.
card 3 times. Remember I reshuffled? I shuffled twice. Shuffled the third time and this card came up again, the Hanged Man. Your mother is stuck. Now, I don't know if she's with us or if she's passed. She's stuck. Her suffering is over. Whatever.
She's passed.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Her suffering is over. Uh, she wants you to move on. I wondered what this meant. But this puts it all into perspective now. She's stuck because you're not moving forward. You need to move forward. You're spending a lot of time, I think, remembering the past and being sorrowful about the past and perhaps worrying, fondness, guilt, regret, happy memories, all those mixed emotions when you lose somebody. And her message to you is to move forward. Start this new part of your journey. You can do it. Move forward and be excited about the future and not dwelling on the past. She's fine, but if you're fine and moving forward, she'll be fine.
Okay.
It's hard.
First thing I pulled was the Page of Cups. So I'm interpreting this to be it feels like what she's saying is that you've got some good things coming. You just have to be patient and let spirit work in its time. Because most of the time it's not on our timeline. We want it right now. We're an instant society. That's everything we've been geared for is immediate satisfaction. And this page is telling you that something's coming. That's the message of it, that something's coming. But I feel like mom is okay. Because then I drew the emperor. And so he's there in charge. Now you can look at it as your mom as well, because it doesn't have to be gender specific. It can be either or something non-related to that existence all the way around. But yeah, this is looking really good. Followed by the Seven of Wands, which at this point in the Wands, this is in battle. They're battling right now in whatever way they can. I think in terms of the Avengers and Thanos, and they're in there doing the good fight, trying to win for the good guys because they've already lost once and it really sucked. That's what I'm thinking of when I'm seeing this card. Where I'm thinking is the Seven of Wands is you almost feel like you've been stuck in a rut, and that everyone's kind of just beating up on you. But your mama's saying, no, you got this. There's no reason for you to be upset. There's no reason for you to not be able to take those wands and protect yourself if necessary, because that's part of our gift of the knowing, is just knowing when it's time to walk away and when it's time to throw a punch. Basically, to put it down to that. Now, I don't advocate violence any way, shape, or form most of the time. I do have my moments though, when it's like, yeah, I'm just getting really strong vibes from your mom that you're going to be okay. Just keep going in the direction that you're going.
She's okay. Her only problem is she's concerned
Yeah.
that you're stuck in the past and she wants you to
Right.
go start moving
Right.
forward.
She's fine. She's where we all aim to be one day, She's in direct contact with source, with spirit. She's right up there with everything going on. I mean, that's kind of where we all want to be. Yeah, she's just saying you just keep pushing forward, keep going on. She's fine. She's like, I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. Worry about paying your gas bill or your light bill. That's important. You don't have to worry about me anymore. So wash that from your mind. So I think mom is really okay with all that you've been doing, and just keep doing it. Just keep going forward with it. Sometimes that can be the hardest thing.
It's hard to let go. And
It is.
she's
It's
okay.
very
Don't
hard to
worry
let go.
about her.
Yeah, very hard to let go. Okay, we got two left. We got Mickey.
Okay.
Put that up there. Insights into if I'm handling the
What's Viv Flame Mick? We're just supposed to figure this out, right? Is that the idea? There's some kind of
insights into how to
deal with this
classify yourself.
relationship. Yeah.
Right. Do you claim to be someone of white heritage, black heritage, Jewish heritage, Native American heritage, all the other beautiful mosaics of the country that we live in. It's all of these different parts all coming together.
This is some sort of triangle relationship of some sort that she has some kind of suspicions about something, huh? Oh, it's not free. It's not fair to tease us like this.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like,
let's find
okay,
out. Can't fool the cards.
see what the cards, as Helen likes to say.
Yeah.
And she says that it's 3 people who have caused harm to someone that she cares about and tried to hurt me as well. So that's, I guess, the situation that we're looking at here. Is
Okay. I got a real clear message here. You've been going over this and evaluating and reevaluating and trying to figure out, do I trust my intuition? What am I looking at? And you have not been really trusting your own gut. You have the gift of that intuition. And it's hard to put this into words when I don't know exactly the details, but you need to trust what you're feeling. Stop denying that is a thing. It's real. You're looking for all the answers. You're looking to try to figure the situation out, and the answer is within you. It's inside of you right now. Here's the advice. Step back from the situation. This is the 4 of Swords. This is about pausing, taking a moment backing away from whatever the issues are and just chilling. Chill out about it, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. And the situation will be okay. This is not something that you need to intervene or get involved in more than you already are, like talking to people or doing something. I don't know what that would be because I'm not clear on the details of the issue, but just kind of stay out of it, stay back as much as you can. That's the wiser choice for you to make. And the Page of Pentacles is basically the same message. You have this intuition, you have the gift, you have the ability. Back away from this, and you'll be fine if you start proceeding ahead with kind of a clean slate. Take this gift, take the benefit of it, and move forward. And karma is a you-know-what. That's just what comes to me. This will resolve itself the way the universe wants them to learn.
absolutely. The first card I pulled was the 9 of Cups. So there's a contentment that you've been feeling, but contentment can turn into stagnation really fast. So I would say trust your gut. Go with what you're feeling is the right decision. At the same time, I wouldn't leave myself to chance, and I would kind of check them out, make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, because you sure don't want to be the one left holding the bill, so to speak.
Well, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself,
Yes.
but don't get over involved.
Right. And then I pulled Justice.
Oh,
So whatever it is you're handling,
karma is a
justice is on your side. Karma's a bitch, honey, and she's coming around for them.
Yeah.
Let's hope she's wearing stiletto heels when she hits. And then the last card I pulled was the seven of seven of pentacles.
Seven of
And so,
Pentacles.
yeah, that's what.
I got that Eight of Pentacles that you know,
And you
you're
got the 8, and
kind
I
of
got the
obsessing
7.
about the whole thing, going over it and over it and over it and trying to analyze and figure out what have we got here? What's really going on? And you got the Seven of
Well, this is
Pentacles, which,
telling you to sit back and reflect.
yeah.
Sit back and take your time and think this through before you make any drastic decisions.
Don't do anything.
Don't
Yeah.
don't jump from the frying pan into the fire, because that doesn't do you or anybody else any good.
Ever heard the expression hoist on your own petard? It's an old
That's other thought that was running through my head, was
yeah.
that one.
This is gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out. It's gonna come back and bite them, and then you know what? Yeah.
Okay. So
Where she wasn't.
yeah.
Oh,
Then you're giving her good advice.
Good advice. See, trust your
Step
intuition.
away.
Exactly right. Exactly
Hi,
right.
Twisted Sushi. Yeah, that's good. Good. Okay, last
See,
question.
this is proof that you can trust your intuition. You listen to that gut.
That's right. That's spirit letting you know you can do what we do very easily. You just have to open up to it, because we're all psychic. We all have the ability.
I'm sorry you missed her. You missed her time.
Let's see.
It's all well and good, you know, when you die and your spirit goes on, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. It's those of us left behind that have the hard time.
Yeah.
You know, that have the pain, and
they get over there and they're like, hot damn, I'm in town. This is great. And they do worry about us back here. Them. We're the ones that are, hurting because they're not with us. Yikes. Okay, I know I'm getting tired now. I can't shuffle a deck of cards.
I got the Seven of Cups reversed.
They look like right now. They just went in all different directions.
Jamie, I got the Seven of Cups reversed. You're putting a lot of emotional and psychic energy into imagining what she's doing, what she's going through, how things are going for her. Is she okay? Does she miss me? Is she reunited with her animals that she loved? All these different things. Stop with that, because she is okay. Look at that. The Nine of Cups. You could see her just sitting there smiling at you and saying, I got my ducks in a row. I've got everything figured out. I'm doing well. Nothing to worry about. She's absolutely fine. And whatever it is she needs to be doing or wants to be doing, she is. So, you know, if you want to imagine her with her horses on the other side, you can do that, but it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that.
Yes.
And her message to you is she's fine. She's good. You don't need to worry about her.
Exactly. The first thing I pulled was the Nine of Wands. So this is after the battle is over. You know, you're a little beat up, you're a little tired, but now you're home. You've got your wands put up around you for protection in case you need them. But you're not having to fight her battles anymore. And she's somewhere where she doesn't have to fight any battles anymore. She's going to be just fine. And then from there, I pull the High Priestess. This is your intuition, your inner wisdom. Trust that inner voice. Just go for a walk or go sit down somewhere where you're comfortable. Put on some music if it helps you to quiet your mind down. And just listen, and she'll tell you it's going to be okay because I'm fine. I am exactly where I need to be, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to
And
be
whether
sad.
she comes back or whether if she ascends to another plane and goes to another place, it's all from her choosing of what she wants to do. Um, and then the last thing I pulled was the King of Pentacles. And again, we're talking about being successful, being abundant. Um, it's it's managing all the resources you have.
Yeah, having
That's
everything
more
you
for
need.
your
Yeah.
benefit, um, because she's got what she needs and she doesn't need anything else. You're the only one that she has to worry about now. Instead of you worrying about her, she wants to make sure that you realize you've got everything you need at your fingertips. You just got to realize it so that you can move on. Because she doesn't want you just hanging and be like, oh, woe is me, my friend is gone, and
Yeah.
maybe she's miserable. She's not. She's not miserable, not in the least. She is in a happy place right now, a place where we all want to be. So, my
But
earbud
not
fell
too
out.
soon.
So, yeah, she's, if horses is what brought her joy, then yeah, there's a real good chance she's hanging out with horses. May not be kind of horses that we would recognize. Might be horses from another dimension that look totally different.
And I think you
She
do
could be
feel her
cool with
hanging
that.
around you because I think she's
I think she's
concerned for you.
worried.
She knows, yeah,
Yeah,
she knows you're grieving, and she'd rather you didn't grieve for her. And
exactly.
she wants to be sure that you're okay. So kind of release her to the next stage of her evolution and know that she's fine. Know that you guys will be reunited. Time means nothing. Time is it feels like it means a whole lot to us, but it means nothing. And she's
Yeah,
doing well.
there is no time for them once they get over there. It just is. There's no time. We think in such linear terms of time. And there is no time. Time doesn't exist. It just your past, present, and future all at the same second. And that's wild to think about.
And she's available. If you need her guidance, advice, intercession,
Hmm.
all you have to do is think about her. But if you're obsessing about her and grieving, that kind of holds her back. So you don't want to do
Yeah,
that. She'll be available to you to help you anytime you need, but you have to do your part of the partnership is releasing her to her next stage. It's hard.
exactly. It's not an easy thing to
I'm
do.
sorry. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think one of the best answers I ever heard anybody give about what do we do when someone we love dies, and it was a night show host asking Keanu Reeves that question, and he was just real quiet for a minute. And he just kind of looked down and looked up. He says, "I think we miss them very much," and that was his answer. It was like, dude, could you be any more profound in such a short sentence? And that's a man who lost his child and his girlfriend
What happened to them?
many years ago. I think she was in a car accident or something and lost the baby. Or she had a miscarriage or something, but something kind of weird happened and she lost the
Yeah.
baby, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
um and then for whatever reason their relationship just kind of fell apart after that,
Well,
which
that kind of
happens
a
a lot.
loss does that a lot. I think over
Yeah,
80% of relationships when there's a loss of a child, 80%,
yeah,
that's pretty bad.
exactly. And
Yeah.
so he's never had children since. He's never gotten married
Oh,
or anything like that. Um,
that's
and
so
he's such a fine actor. And from everything I've read about him, he is just the epitome of what a real gentleman is. Just the way he treats other people. He's very kind. He's very generous. He's always bestowing gifts on crew and fellow actors in whatever films he's working on, and um, he's not the only one that's reaping the benefits of being the big star.
It's
That's
nice to
making
hear.
millions of
It's
dollars.
really nice
He
to hear that
spreads
they're
he
good
spreads the
people.
wealth.
Yeah.
Um, One of the John Wick movies he did when they were getting ready to wrap up, it was like right around the holidays. He gave all the crew like one of those exclusive Cartier watches that
Mm.
cost like thousands of dollars. They all got one as a Christmas gift and a thank you gift, amongst other things. Um, he's got a reputation in Hollywood as being a perfect gentleman because anytime you see him with a woman or women that they're taking pictures or doing press stuff, he'll put his arms like near them. He never touches them. He'll like put his hand out to put on somebody's shoulder, but his hand is like resting 6 inches above their skin. He never.
He's not a Duggar, is he? Because that's what they do. They do side hugs because they don't
Yeah,
want.
I don't know. Yeah, no, he doesn't put himself in a situation where anyone can come back and say he took
He's very
liberty.
careful. Yeah, which is
He's
probably
very careful.
really smart. Yeah, it's a good
He is really
idea. Yeah.
smart, and the girlfriend he has now is actually a woman who's his age. He's dating somebody his age,
How
which
old
is in
is
his
he?
upper. He's around 50, somewhere between
What? You mean
55
she's
and
not? She's not
60.
20?
No, she's his age, and her hair is the color of mine.
Oh well, I love that.
She's
That's
completely white haired. She's an artist. They met on some community board that was doing artwork for some project to raise money for a charity. And that's how they met. And he loved her artwork and would come and talk to her about it and whatnot. And it just clicked for them both and they started dating.
he sounds like a
And at
person of
first,
substance. You know.
at first, Hollywood was like just taken aback that he was bringing this white haired woman with to go to the award shows and stuff because he was nominated, I think, last year or something for several things. Um, but according to sources, they are both head over heels for each other and enjoying every minute of it. There's no pressures. I mean, they're both of an age now where getting married and having kids is really not in the books anymore. Now it's just finding people you want to spend time with and then spending time with them. Um, so yeah, be like that. Be a real gentleman and treat others with respect. And I think I think Jamie's uh, friend is just letting her know. Yeah, just be that perfect gentleman, male or female. It doesn't matter. The way a person acts like that is what
Consideration, yeah.
matters.
Consideration
You
for other
know,
people. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just being polite, being considerate,
Well, Sherry, I have to go.
and that's it. Thank y'all. We've been at this for 2.5 hours.
I know. My husband came in about an hour and a half ago. He's been gone since very, very early this morning. He had to go out of town, and I told him, well, I'm going to be recording something when when you get home. I'll leave the door unlocked. I don't think he was expecting me to be this long. I didn't
Well, tell them
explain.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not.
I
I'm
I'm
grateful
sorry.
to you.
I didn't mean to keep his honey away. So
Oh, please. No, I'm grateful to you for having me as a guest. I really always have so much fun. I really appreciate it.
I love
And
having you come on with me.
well, it's so
Um,
nice to meet a fellow
the other
night
night
owl.
when I was on Ramon's channel, and he was like, "I would love to come back on with you late night, but Helen's always on with you."
I'm
And I'm
offended.
like,
I'm hurt,
I'm
Ramon.
like, it
Poor
doesn't matter. I said, if you
kid.
pop in and you want to come on, say something. I'll send you the
Well,
link.
I'm gonna have to invite him on my channel.
There
That
you go.
just
Yeah. Um,
we'll have to discuss
he's a
this.
sweetie pie.
I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
told him, I said, hell, I'll have 2, 3, 4 people on at once. I don't care.
Well, he's afraid he won't
Saturday
be able
night
to.
is anything goes. We talk about anything. We do anything. You just
Sure,
never know
he's
what
afraid he
you
won't
get.
be able to get a word in edgewise. We know. We're fully aware.
Oh, yeah, I
Okay,
know.
I have to go.
I know. Me too. So thank y'all for coming and being with us tonight. Thank you, Helen, for spending time with
Please,
me.
everybody, go get some sleep. I feel so
Yeah,
bad. Thank you, Sherry. It was good
absolutely.
fun. Night, night,
Love you,
everybody.
everybody. Bye,
Don't let the
y'all.
bed bugs bite.